Hello, welcome to another episode of the AI Workflow Lab. I'm Tita. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how you can use Copilot to automate those business processes, to create some effective workflows to help you manage things that may be taking you a bit longer, that are actually taking a bit longer to do. So this will be leveraging Copilot within Power Automate. There are many scenarios where you need to automate activities, and I'm sure I'll also include some information in the chat below in terms of suitable use cases for AI and automation. But in this particular case, the scenario I will use to demonstrate Copilot and Power Automate is the one where called a shared mailbox productivity. And this is where you have multiple people who have access to a shared mailbox to respond to emails. And is there a more efficient way for the recipients to understand, to be notified when an email has come through, and also have a nice quick summary of what that email is? So I'm going to show you how we can do that in a few steps just using Power Automate in Copilot. Right, so let's less of the talking, let's get stuck into it now. Right, so let's have a look here. So you can see I am in Copilot, I'm in Power Automate. And you can see here, create automation with Copilot. There are a few placeholder prompts, but the one I'm going to use, I have already got saved, and I'm just going to pop it up. So I'm going to say, this is my prompt here. Create a flow that summarizes incoming emails and posts the summary to a Teams channel. Click generate, off it goes. And what you'll see is that it starts working on doing its magic in the background. And there you have it. So when a new email arrives, these are the actions. I wanted to create a text with ChatGPT preview. So I'm going to change that action from that model to using AI Builder. And I'll explain that as well in a second. And then post the message in a chat or channel. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Notice I can add a few more reiterations if I wanted to, but for now I'm just going to keep it and continue. So I'm going to click on that. We can see that first prompt, I've already got a nice first draft of my flow. Now, once I click on review and connect, these are the actions. I'm just going to click on create flow. And then when it comes to the actual action, instead of using that model, I'm going to change the model. I'm going to use AI Builder. So one thing to be wary of or to be mindful is that you need to have AI Builder subscribed against your tenant. I'd recommend the pay-as-you-go option. I will include in the description the steps you need to take to purchase a pay-as-you-go AI Builder. But you can see how, I'll show you how it works. So I'm just going to go here. When a new email arrives, I need a prompt, some AI to summarize that email for me. So I click on the plus button here. You can see I've got AI Builder already available. And over here, when I expand on it, I've got a selection of prompts that I can use, such as, predict or run a prompt or predict by field, process documents. These are pre-built prompts that I can leverage to use in my automation. So the one I wanted to do is to summarize the email, right? So when the email arrives, I need AI to summarize it. So I'm going to go to run a prompt, and then over there are some custom prompts here, and you can see if I choose the one called AI summarize. So I could take sentiment as well to see the tone, and you can also combine these prompts, but I'm just going to go with AI summarize. And if I then go to test the prompt, click on test, you will see gives me a preview of what that prompt looks like. So please summarize the given text in a way that's easy to understand for a general audience. Make sure to include all important information, etc. You'll notice it's using that GPT 4.1 mini, the model, and then the test results will appear here. So you can usually run a test. I'll just go ahead and do the real thing. And so I'm going to close that, and I'm going to keep that prompt. Now the input text, so where is it? I need to tell it where to look for the information. It's going to be looking in the email, but it's going to be looking in the body of the email. So I just click on that little icon there, and I select body. And then after that, I am good to go. Click on save. Good to glowing. I'm not really glowing. Good to go. And right, so a few errors here. Firstly, which we'll get to. Firstly, I want to get rid of this prompt because we don't need this one. So I want to delete that one. Now we've got some invalid parameters here that can easily be fixed. I just need to tell the flow which team and channel I need to post that information is. So it's going to be posted as a bot, and I'm going to put it in a channel, and the team is going to be operations, onboarding, and the channel is going to be general. Yeah, I've just got a general channel. Then over here, this is where I need to put the message, the summarized message that the AI has run. So it summarized the email. Where should it put that summary in the channel? So this is where I then go into the expression builder, and I select the dynamic content, as you can see here, and I just select the text. So this will have, that's telling you the kind of coding that it's doing in the background, but essentially it's literally going to just add the summary of the email will be put over there, put in there. So we're pretty much good to go. If I click on save, that should be good. Now, obviously it's always good to test your flows, so we recommend to test it. So I'm just going to click on test here, and then I'm going to say manually. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send an email to the shared mailbox. You should see Copilot and Power Automate work in the background. So you can't quite see the screen, but I'm just going to send the email to a shared mailbox. So that's going now. Yeah, it's going now. So, I better I click on test as well. If I haven't, I can't remember if I did. There we are. So I built the flow, asked it to, using Copilot, I said, you saw the prompt I did, to create a flow that will analyze an email and put the content of that email in a Teams channel. We're all members of that team channel, me and my co-workers. I've run the prompt, as you can see, it ran successfully. So now let's go into Teams and see if that message is in Teams. So if I click on, I don't want to okay, yeah, let's do this. So that's the flow. We'll probably go back to it in a second, but let's go to Teams now and have a look at what that looks like. Open a new window. Excellent. So go make a coffee or something. No, don't go. Stay here. It will be just 2 seconds. I forgot to sign in, but I'm signing in now. Yeah, this is live, this isn't, I show it as it is. This is live, or recording, but you know what I mean. So setting things up, I should have done this beforehand, apologies, but here we go. So here we are in the Teams environment. And if I go to the general channel, and there we have it. So that's the workflow. This is the Teams channel, the team and the channel that I'm in. All my members can see that there's a summarized email here. Contosa Limited move office is progressing well. Remains on schedule. Here's some more information here. Additionally, there's a reminder about an upcoming catch-up meeting on the 12th of December, which the agenda items are so and so. So you can see I've got the summary of the email. Ignore that was me testing previously, but I've got the summary of the email. I've been notified because I'm a member of that channel in that team, and so are other people as well, so they would be able to see it as well. If I go back to the flow, this is the context of the flow. I did remember when a new email arrives, I had to run a prompt and then post the channel in email. So I don't have to rely on my email to see whether there's a new message in that shared mailbox. I will just get notified in Teams, and so will my team members. This is just the first level of doing this stuff in the time I have. In all honesty, you can do additional things, like I could format that message. I could also use another prompt to do some sentiment analysis. So is the tone of the email negative, positive, etc. So there's lots you can do. And again, if I go back here to edit, so I've done that one. I just go into run a prompt, AI summarize. I could have taken AI sentiment. And again, if I chose AI sentiment and I do test a prompt, what it will do is it will evaluate the sentiment of the input text. So you can see now, it will look into the emotional or subtle languages used, etc. And then it will post the results not over there. Well, if I did a test, it would post it there. But in the real world, it would post it in that Teams channel. So instead of getting the summary of the email, I'd be getting some information on the sentiment. And of course, you can combine the two, summarize the email, and also let me know the sentiment of that email. It makes sense to have the two. So yeah, I know it was pretty quick, 10, 11 minutes, but you saw how throughout this experience, no coding was done, just a few prompts. Yes, I had to go here into run a prompt, which is using AI Builder, which is slightly different from Copilot in the sense that it's a separate large language model that you need to have against your tenant. And again, as I said, you can easily get a Copilot pay-as-you-go, which will just give you some credits that you can run against your anytime you use Copilot and anytime you're leveraging any of the large language models. So these are all custom prompts that you could leverage and so on. I hope you liked it. Please let me know what you think in the comments. If there are other scenarios you'd like to see I'll be more than happy to share them with you. This was simply one of the many scenarios that you can use Copilot and Power Automate to do AI workflow automations and act on activities and be more productive. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be doing a lot more of these, and check out as well the supporting documentation I have around prerequisites for running this, because yes, you need Copilot, which of course you hopefully have, but there's also the AI builder story, so you need to have a bit of AI builder as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you on the next video. Bye for now.